so a quick rundown of our measuring cups and tools that we're going to be using. We are going to need a measuring cup for our sugar. We're going to need a spatula, a pastry brush, a tablespoon measuring spoon, a cup to put your baking soda in, a candy thermometer, very, very important that you have a candy thermometer. Can't stress that enough, you need to have one of these. And then this is what I use to whisk together our ingredients at the end. And you need a metal strainer to sift your sugar and your baking soda to make sure that there's no particles in it. So we have a cup sugar, and it's a little bit over a cup, but not much. I'm not exact. Metal strainer. Sift it in there. See, I don't know if you're able to see that at all, but see those little pieces? That can ruin it. Believe it or not, that can ruin it. And then we got our 1 cup of corn syrup. It's a half cup dark, half cup light. And our spatula to get it all out. And then we're gonna heat it on medium. Okay, while that is starting to heat up, I'm going to put water in my measuring cup. And then we will stir this until it's completely dissolved or it starts boiling, whichever one comes faster. It's important to know to heat this on medium, not medium high or anything higher than medium, because you want it to come to a boil slow. And it's important to keep stirring too. A lot of the recipes out there say not to touch it, to leave it once it's in the pan, but I found that it's best if you keep stirring it until it's dissolved. While you're stirring it, it's important for you to keep scraping the bottom of the pan and all of the ingredients together. Keep it all moving together. Don't stir it haphazardly like this. Keep it all mixing together. Okay. While you're incorporating all of it together and mixing it until it's dissolved, make sure to keep scraping the sides and don't let it get accumulated on the sides. You will be using a pastry brush to knock that down once it's boiling and the candy thermometer is in, but just try to keep it off the sides as much as possible. Okay, so 5 minutes has lapsed. I've stirred it this entire time, and I am going to put the candy thermometer in now. As you can see, it's starting to bubble up a little bit, meaning it's coming to a boil. So just around the candy thermometer. Okay, so I've stopped stirring and I'm letting it sit now. As you can see around the edges, it's starting to bubble. It's starting to boil. You're going to take your pastry brush with water and you want to just get this stuff that's on the sides down. The temp right now is almost to 200. And you are going to basically just let this boil. Don't stir it, don't touch it, just let it boil. In the meantime, you have something to do. Take a tablespoon, your baking soda, and your cup. And you get 1 tablespoon of baking soda. And I just kind of more or less eyeball it. I don't make it exact, especially because a lot of this is going to end up being clumps anyway, but you want your mesh, your screen here. I don't know if you're able to see. Those are the pieces that we're not going to care about. They're excommunicated. They're going to the sink. They're obviously not breaking up. Okay, so as a reminder, I have not stirred this since it started to boil. It's tempting, but leave it alone. Let it boil. Let it rise on its own. At about firm ball, which is right about where we're at, I raise the temperature from medium to medium high. And we'll just, a little bit below medium high actually. A little bit below it, but just leave it there until it reaches 290. Okay, so we're at about 280 degrees, a little bit over, it's about 85. This is going to get moving really fast here in a minute. I'm going to take it off the heat, or turn the heat off at 290, which is about coming up, and things are going to move really fast. So here's 290. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to take the candy thermometer out. Set that aside. Pick up the pan. I usually brace it in my hand like this. And then I will grab the baking soda, dump it in there, take your whisk, and stir it up fast. And dump. And there it is. You'll have a lot left over, see? Don't worry about that. Look at what's in there. Lots and lots. It's okay that it just has a little bit of... It'll balloon up, it'll explode like a volcano. Just let it be. Don't touch it. Don't move it. Don't do anything to it at this stage. Just leave it. Take your attention to the sink.